Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to go through our camper, show you our setup of the inside, our walk around the outside, and how we, myself and my wife, stay in there with 3 dogs and a cat. So let's start with the outside. So in the front cargo tray, we have the tray from Runaway that they installed themselves. We also have 2 little small action packers. This one holds our generator and all our electrical stuff, from little dog bones for RV attachments and extension cord for the AC and outlet inside the camper. This one we have all of our little truck box stuff, so little chalk blocks, some pieces of wood to help balance out the back of the camper, and everything else. So for the coupler, we upgraded to a C Offroad max coupler, better articulation for off-roading. You get up, down, left, right, and side to side. You have the grease zerk fitting. You can grease it up before you go out and make sure everything works fine. We still got the stock little wheel jack. We'll upgrade at some point, but right now this works perfectly fine for us. On the side, we have on our door, we have these 2 little magnets that we use to keep the door open. It's easy as opening it up and letting it stay. So now it doesn't swing around or, slam shut. We also have our little map of all the places we've been and stayed at, and our Overland Bound membership badge, member number 16386. As for wheels and tires and suspension, we still have the stock suspension or the factory suspension that came with our Runaway. We've upgraded our axle to a 3,500-pound axle that we got from a trailer shop down in Tampa. We got some off-road wheels and 31-inch tires, better grip on the off-road, and kind of evens out the trailer with the Jeep. We have some off-road fenders we bought off of Amazon. I bedlined it and bolted it through the walls, so now we can use it as a step to get up onto the roof. As for the roof rack, we got this little rack that I got that I usually use for vans. I use some bolts and bolt it through the wall, so it's pretty secure. It's cheaper than the Runaway stock one that comes with it by a lot. This one was only $80 versus the Runaway, which is about $300, so saves us a little money in the long run. On top, we have a little stealth rack, which we hold our gas cans for our generator and our chairs. And on the other side, we have a high lift jack, or farmer's jack, so that way we can lift this up if we need to change a tire. On the back, we have our spare tire and our trasharoo. Trasharoo because you always want to bring your trash home with you, never want to leave it around. It's wrapped around the spare tire and to the back of the camper. On the side, as you can see, that the spare tire is bolted to the wall. On the inside, I have made a wooden brace out of 2x4 and some metal brackets to disperse the weight across the entire back, as well as attach it to the little frame we have on the inside, which is spread out even further towards the inside of the camper. So there's not much worry about it vibrating off or breaking this wall.
Yeah, because we broke the last one.
Yes, because we broke the last one that we used on the trail hitch. So we don't have a trail hitch anymore in the back of this. But this one is a little more secure. It's out of the way. Less chance of hitting it off-road. If we were to drop this off a rock or something, it's way out, so we have a lot more clearance for a departure angle. And it's pretty secure. It works well. So now let's move on to the inside. For our door, we use some 3M Velcro tape. That way we can put some elastic nets right here to hold some various things. So we have dog netting, a flashlight, dog poop bags, etc. We also have this paper towel holder, which is held on with some 3M tape as well, and a little magnet that we have right here, so that way it's not flying all over the place when it's windy. Got some command hooks for anything else we need to put it on there. And we'll go outside. Take the shoes off. And turn the light on. So now on the inside, right here we have a little rough tough kennel that we have strapped down with some eye bolts to our little frame and to the back. We don't transport the dogs in it. We use it inside here as a little more of a the designated area for a dog to sleep. And if we ever need to leave a dog while we go inside somewhere, we can put him in here and we're fine. We have a small little kennel for our little Chihuahua, so that way she's also secured, and she doesn't accidentally get wrestled with one of the bigger dogs while we're gone. We usually store some smaller things up here. Got laptops, some more camera gear, etc., etc. And to the left, we have our bags. We have our kitty litter, the top entrance, that way the cat can get in there and do his little business without having any of the dogs try to put their face in it and get some chocolate goodies. Underneath it, we got a little chuck box that we mostly put anything that we usually bring with us, but we don't need it at all times. For example, we put our heater in there. We have a small little vacuum if we need it, but all that smaller stuff goes in there if we ever need it. And it's all strapped down, so that way it doesn't tip over while driving. And it's held in with some eye bolts to the little table, and a little bracing we have in the back. The little bracing that we have in the back is just, again, 2x4 metal brackets secured to the table and dispersed all the way through the camper. We'll move on to the curtains. So we have a couple curtains in here. We have a curtain rod that we bought off Amazon, and that is screwed into the wall. And we use some blackout curtains that we ended up cutting so that way it fit. And we use these on and off. Mostly during the winter we just use this, our Reflectix. We have a small Reflectix panel that we use magnets on the wall to hold them to. We use this mainly because it's a great way to keep heat into the vehicle, or keep the heat into the trailer while we're sleeping. It also blocks out a lot of sunlight, so it works that way. The best thing about this is that it's easy to put on. If we can get this out of the way, all we have to do, slide it into place, and the magnets automatically put into the right spot. And if we ever need to open the window, all we have to do is kind of open it up and slide it open and close. So it really works out at night, in the morning time, because we don't wake up till around 8:30, almost 9 now, because it's so dark and the dogs don't realize it's morning time. So now we'll move back onto this table. We usually have our bags here, our clothes bags. We might rearrange it at some point, but right now we're having our clothes bags here, and it's worked out so far. On the bottom, we have enough leg room to lay down. We might bash our knee in every once in a while, but as long as you're slow about it, you can spread out. One of the dogs sleeps on the bottom towards the back. He likes Cove's area, so it works out perfectly for him. Me and the wife both have our own sleeping bags because she would inevitably end up stealing all my blankets and I would freeze to death. As for our bedding, we have pillows, but we have an expert mattress that was made specifically for the Jeep Wrangler JL, but the dimension of it fits perfectly within our frame and the floor of the camper. Underneath that, we have another layer of Reflectix that go all the way down to help keep body heat in for us, since there's not much insulation on the bottom of the trailer. We lose a lot of our body heat through there, so we use a layer of Reflectix that's cut out for the bottom of the trailer as a barrier for us. It also helps keep condensation from building up there for some reason. It just does. We haven't had any condensation build up between the mattress and the bottom of this, or the top of this. And underneath this, we have a condensation mat. This condensation mat was made for a rooftop tent, but it fits pretty well in the bottom of here and helps keep condensation from building up underneath this mat. It also acts as another barrier. So it helps really keep us insulated from the floor, losing all our heat. Up front, we kind of have our throw stuff area. Got our laundry bag, shower bag, and we have a little cooler that we use to put dog food in, so that way the dogs can get into it, and any other smelly things that we just want to throw in here and keep them away from the dogs. This also acts as a small table, so it works in our favor. We have to throw a lamp on here, put our phones for the charger, etc. We have our heater here for our ceramic heater here for our winter adventures. We don't always use it, and it just depends on how cold it gets. And then up top we have random sort of things. We have our humidity tracker. Tells the temperature inside here as well as possible temperature outside. We have lights that we have officiated with some more Velcro that we can take off and turn on. That way if we ever need to move around the camper, we have an easy light to move around with. CO2 detector, just in case, so we don't, pass out and die from our own breath. We also have our AC in here. We don't use it during the winter just because it's usually freezing cold and our generator won't run it. We have our outlet on the side for all of our plugs. And on top we have all our patches that have accumulated throughout the years. Well, that's our whole Runaway from the inside and outside. There's some smaller things here and there, but I don't think you guys really care too much about that. The main thing is how we all sleep in there. 2 people side by side, 1 dog underneath the table, and 1 dog in there. And this one sleeps with us because she's about this big, even with her giant fleece on. The cat kind of just goes here and there all over the place. So I appreciate you watching the video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content. We'll start uploading some more. It's been kind of a slow year, but we'll get a little bit better at it. Share the video if you have anybody else who wants to adventure with their dogs or has a giant family. Maybe they can get some ideas from this. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.